Hey, what's up, everybody? This is TBone here. Welcome back to our regular scheduled Tuesday stream. And today it is, well, I'm not sure if it's actually today, but it is the fourth anniversary for the game Legendary Game of Heroes. And so we're gathered here today to celebrate the fourth anniversary. And so we're going to talk about the event. We're going to talk about the decks, and we're going to talk about what's new, what to pay attention to, and what to look out for. It is also the last event of the season, so if you still have any coins left over, now's the time to decide whether you're going to use it for this event or if you're going to buy a previous ultimate form. So I just want to say hi to everybody who's joining me for a stream today. I'm going to try and keep it concise, keep it simple, because there is quite a bit of information to go through, and I want to make sure that I get through all of the things that are important. Okay, so we're going to start with the news feed. So the newsfeed tells you all the things that you should pay attention to, okay? And so it is the 4-year anniversary. There is an anniversary store, and there is also some like special things. So we're going to take a look at that. You're supposed to be getting loyalty and reunion gifts. So if you've been away, if you haven't played a game in a long time and you came back, supposedly you get a full deck. Okay, I took a look and I've been playing, but I don't have a full deck, so it's a little bit of a shame that we don't get anything. But if you haven't played and you're thinking about coming back and trying it again, well, now's the time to come back and get yourself a deck as well. And then the other things that you're going to be able to get here is a change in the deck here. So we're going to take a look at the cards actually, because the deck is all about boosting the commander cards rather than the Fire Noble cards. All right. So pay attention to this. I'm not sure if they listed some cards, but basically if you get the ultimate form, it will also increase your attack, health, and also recovery by 25% for every additional Fire Commander Ultimate Hero that you put on the team. The shield will destroy more. The relic will destroy more shields the more ultimate heroes you have in your deck. And you will also basically not require any intensity whatsoever. You will still generate intensity for your other decks, but this particular deck does not require any intensity, so you'll be able to use it anytime. And so, David Baker, the deck is a gift? No. So I don't know because I haven't gotten anything, but from what they've announced is that if you've been away for if you stop playing for a long time and you come back, you're supposed to get a deck in your gift. Some people have mentioned to me that they have guildmates, or not guildmates, they have like people that they know that have gotten it, or some alt accounts that have gotten it. And so I'm not sure. If you did get it, take a screenshot of it and send it to me so that you can share. All right. And then they also introduced this concept of teaming up with devs. So you're supposed to have a team that you're either Team Marianne or you're Team Daniil. And I'm currently on Team Marianne. All right. So I guess we'll do hashtag Team Marianne. Right. That's my team right now. And so what happens here is you will be competing, okay, against the opposing team, but not sure what the details exactly are. And then you're supposed to be able to receive a reward at the end of the event. So if we all pitch in, we all play hard, we're all supposed to get something at the end of it. Not sure how that's going to show yet. I'm sure when the event starts, we're going to see more of that. All right, and I'm gonna change the order a little bit as well, because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and use my gems to pull a few tiers here. Like you can see, I don't have anything in my inbox. I don't have the team, unfortunately. So I'm gonna do my best to try and pull something. Now, we'll take a look at the cards, and then I'll also discuss what I think you should be using your coins for. Me personally, I'm in a little bit of a pickle here because I don't have any Fire Noble Commander. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit creative in this particular event, or I'm just gonna have to not be very ambitious and not try to go for the Corellian bosses. So yes, best of luck. Good luck to me. I don't have enough coins either. I calculated it last event. I'm not gonna have enough coins. I'm not gonna be able to have. I don't have enough gems to get enough coins to get a single card this time. So it's unlikely I'm going to get an ultimate form unless I get extremely lucky, which I doubt. But we're gonna go ahead and open a few tiers anyway, and then we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the cards. My goal my hope is that I can get the full team, that I can just kind of talk through it and then actually play the team. And this is also the event where I don't have a single collection card, unfortunately, either. So there's no chance for me to get the shiny either, even if I did get it. All right, so 2 tiers down, we've gotten 1 silver reward, and we will we'll go a couple more tiers. So no, Leah, you said that there is the loyalty and reunion gifts. Yeah, so there's the vouchers. I'll talk about the vouchers also. So I haven't shown that just yet. We will talk about that also. All right, so this is tier 3, so I should be getting at least 1 relic. Oh, and I got one of the collection cards, so that's good. I got the Engulfed Pandora. So that is one of the cards from the previous Fire Noble event, but I don't have the other card to make it an ultimate form, right? So that's unfortunate. All right, so here is our guaranteed relic, and we'll take a look at the relics here. So the relics are going to be a little bit different, and the cards are also going to be a little bit different. So this is a card that is going to give me at least 1 coin, so that's good. Unfortunately, though, I do not have the counterpart. I don't have the Master Collection card to make myself an ultimate form. That was the one event where I don't think I spent any gems at all, or I didn't do anything. I don't have any of the cards from that event. And so I will not be able to... oh, well, I got the ultimate relic. Okay, so Terrapin is that's the rare relic. So I'll be able to make an ultimate relic, and what that will do is that will give me shield breaks, right? So if I put a bunch of Fire Commander ultimate forms in there, I can break more shield. So that's what it says. And this is the support card, and we get Corellian Kerberos. And here is the relic. So I'm gonna have a team full of relics, but no card to go with it. So that's gonna be fun. So at least I'll be able to break the shield, and it's going to generate regular noble intensity. But not that I'm going to be able to use it anyway. Okay, so this is basically it. So nothing really to show for it except for the relics here. Now let's talk about the cards, and we'll see whether it's worth it or not. Okay. We'll start by taking a look at the ultimate form that if I had been lucky, I probably would have wished to get. Exalted Champions. This is a combination of Berg and Marianne, and for those of you who don't know, Berg is one of the sort of behind-the-scenes guys from they work out of LA, and I had a chance to meet Berg, actually, a really funny guy. He's actually a comedian also by trade, and so really good guy, and excited that he had his card here for this event. Okay, so the battle skill here, this is actually pretty good, all right? So this will create up to 18, well, it creates 18 Power Gem 5s in a span of 3 turns. So basically 6 Power Gem 5s every single turn for 3 turns straight with a 3-turn cooldown. So you're guaranteed to create 6 Power Gem 5s every single turn. Almost like a passive, but not really, because you do need to use the battle skill with 9 gems charged. So you do need to make sure you charge at least 9 gems. But what this does is you can pair this with another card that also creates the same thing, and that's going to be the ultra rare card. We'll take a look at that, and that means you're going to be able to create 12 Power Gem 5s every single turn. So it is going to be a pretty good way for you to be able to upgrade your Power Gems if you use dual affinities. Okay. And imagine anything that looks like my aunt. Yeah, no, my aunt doesn't look anything like that. I got many aunts, and none of them look like that. All right, and the passive ability, you can create additional Fire Power Gem 5s every time you get attacked. So in addition to creating manually using battle skills, you also will create additional ones just by getting attacked. And since this is a commander event, you're going to get attacked every single turn, so you could save up the Power Gem 5s. So there's a lot of opportunities to create Power Gem 5s, but then because of Gem Crush, it's going to, you're going to have to sort of manage. I think this is where putting in a passive gem spawner from a different affinity is going to help prevent the Gem Crush from all of this passive gems coming out. And so I think you'll be able to quickly get the upgraded power gems for a lot of damage, but you just have to make sure that you make sure that you don't crush too many of them. And so putting in an off affinity spawner is going to be very effective. It's going to be the way to play. It's been the way to play, but it's more so for this particular event due to all of the skills and all of the gems you're going to be getting, right? Then we have Berg, right? So as I said, Berg is one of the devs. well, he was on the content team, right? And this is a skill that will create 5 Power Gem 3s, and it will increase all of the damage dealt by fire commanders by 65%. So I'm going to go back to the ultimate form because I missed that part. But this is the battle skill that will boost all fire commanders by 65. So that's not attack boost. This is a damage boost. And so when you have multiple cards that have damage boost, you're going to be multiplying the amount, okay? And so what this will do is this is going to give you 1.65% of your, 165% basically of your damage. And then if you add the ultimate form to this as well, this will give you a 100% increase of the damage. All right, so one ultimate form plus one master collection card means you're going to be dealing an additional 165% on top of your damage. So you're more than doubling. You're almost tripling your damage. And so the more master collection cards you have on the deck, the more damage you will deal. And this is not an attack boost. This is a damage boost. All right. And then there's additional passive ability where your health is also going to be increased. So you're going to have a pretty beefy team, and you're going to also have some pretty good damage output, damage increase from the card. That's the Master Collection card. And then the ultra rare card is called Courageous Crusader. And this is the card that matches the ability of the ultimate form that creates 18 Power Gen 5s over 3 turns. And so one ultra rare card plus one ultimate form is going to give you 12 Power Gem 5s. So it's going to be pretty insane already in terms of the Power Gems created, although it is a cap, right? So it's going to be better initially compared to the previous deck that we had where you can create more Power Gem 5s depending on intensity. So this is one of those decks where it's a much quicker deck to get your damage. But once you have like a long drawn out deck, you're not going to get any more damage. Like the damage doesn't go up unless you manually create more Power Gems through saving the Power Gems. So this is the type of deck where you might as well just do it as quickly as you can, but you could theoretically save up some of the Fire Power Gems from your passive ability, but it's not the same as the ones where like, hey, you get more Power Gems with more intensity and therefore upgrading a lot more Power Gems. So it's going to be very different. So that's the cards there. We have the event card, which is called the Kerberos, Corellian Kerberos. And this is like a multi-headed dog with a very basic 5 Power Gem 2's battle skill. And it has a passive ability that increases your max health. And so this deck, like I said, it's going to be a deck that will be able to sustain a lot of hits. But in terms of the damage output, you do want to make sure you have at least your Master Collection card in the team because it's going to help boost your damage, and also get your ultra rare card in there so that you could get the Power Gems. If you ask me which one I think is better, it's actually kind of a toss-up for me because with the ultra rare card, you can have, consistent Power Gem 5s every turn, and you create Fire Power Gem 5s every time you get hit. So you could save up. You could save up the Power Gem, and you could theoretically, get to a point where you have a lot of Power Gems to, to deal a lot of damage. Whereas with Berg, you're getting, a boost of all your Fire Commanders. But I think if I had to pick one, I might go with the Ultra Rare card just for the versatility. I guess for versatility wise, like both have their merits. I think the ultra rare card is probably one I would go with. Although with the Master Collection card, you could pair this up with any commander card. Okay, you can pair this up with any fire commander cards, and you can increase all fire commander damage by 65%. So what that means is, if you go with the Hilaria deck, you could boost all of your arcane damage by additional 65%, and that in itself, I think, is good. And you can also go with the Immortal, right? The Immortal fire deck, boosted by golems. And then you have this card, which boosted damage by 65%. So I actually think, like, in terms of raw Power Gem ability, the Ultra Rare card is better. But in terms of the versatility, usability of, like, future Fire Commander events, the Master Collection card might give you more options to increase your damage overall. So you have to sort of decide based on like what kind of cards you have, and then see what will work better for you. And then we have the regular support card Marianne that creates 10 fire gems. So this card creates the most number of fire gems out of all the support cards I've seen, and it cleanses a debuff. And it's also the card that will dispel Power Gem Silence. All right, so the only one that really matters here is the Power Gem Silence. So the support card is going to be needed in order to do a dispel. And also it creates a lot of fire gems, but because it's a Power Gem Silence, it doesn't impact the regular gem silence. All right, so this can dispel things like, this will be able to dispel like Toxin, and this will also be able to dispel things like Traitor, etc. But it only cleanses one. It doesn't cleanse all. If this cleansed all, I think this would have been the most powerful support card I've seen in a very long time. But it's just one, so you're gonna have to use multiple cards to do the cleanse. All right, and so let's see. So Mr. Hoglins, I already did the polls, got nothing unfortunately. And now let's take a look at the legendary deals. So let's evaluate the legendary deals here. And I already did this, but when you enter this screen, you're supposed to be able to claim something. Depends on the amount of time that you've put into the game. So I'm actually about 13 days shy of 4 years into the game. I started the game about 13 days. Yeah, I started the game 13 days after global launch. And so I got 4 additional of these vouchers, and I think everybody gets 2. So I have 6. And what that gives you ability to claim, something depending on how many vouchers you get. Each voucher is worth about $5 US. And so with 4, like the items here, $19.99, that's worth about 4 vouchers, and I could technically use it if I wanted to. What's on sale right now is a Flipmaster 2000. Not really worth it. It's for Defender only. You're not going to be able to use it anywhere else. And what it does is it creates these little burgers that cannot be destroyed. But I think that there are much better options for you instead of this one. So don't spend money on this one. And then there's the Ascended Warden Stone for $50, and then a 3-star Ascended Warden for $100. So right now, like, I'm not touching these. Okay, so not worth it. This is not worth the money. Even if you're a guild versus guild focused person, I don't know that it's quite worth the amount. And then if you take a look at what you can redeem, all right, for $20, you can redeem 85 anniversary points. The first time that you can actually use these anniversary points is when you reach 250. And you would think that, there would be something in between, right? No. This is going to cost you, let's see, $60. Because if you, or $50. For $50, you can get it, because if you get a $50 Ascended Warden Stone, you'll get 300 anniversary points, and that will get you 1,000 gems back. So not the greatest deal, because you could, you for $49.99, you can get a lot more gems than that. The next time you get anything is a 3-star. It's a regular Jeff Warden, and that is at 1,500. At 3,000 points, which is worth about $400 US, you'll get 10,000 gems as a reward. Keep in mind that at $400 at that point, you have approximately 60,000 gems already. You could be getting 60,000 gems with that. All right, so what do I think about these deals here? I think that what you have to redeem absolutely is crap-tastic, okay? None of these things are worth the amount of money that you need to spend to get into it. I'm extremely disappointed at how little we can redeem. 4 items, come on. There should be like little increments of things that we can use gold for, like let us buy things for gold and get like small amounts of tokens so that we can redeem something along the way. Give us potions, give us, the tier shards, give us something. I don't care, anything. This is a 4-year anniversary gift, and the only thing we have to do is to spend money on it. And needless to say, they haven't given us any information on whether or not we're going to get these vouchers. So the redeeming quality that I'm looking for here is if we get these vouchers on a daily basis. So if every day we get additional vouchers, then we could save them up. That's basically $5 per voucher that we can get, so that we could potentially get something good. But if this is all we have all event, then I don't know what to say. All right. So don't get anything here. In 8 hours and 17 minutes, this deal is going to refresh. So I'm going to see what we get in that time. So right now, I see nothing worth it. But take a look after 8 hours or so and see what the next one is. See if it's worth using the vouchers. I honestly feel like it's probably better for us to wait until the next day, until store reset, to see if we get new vouchers. If we get new vouchers, then we can save up for something good. If we don't, then just say, okay, just, I don't know. I'm just not going to revisit this because it is so sad. It is so sad to see this. Like, I think at the 2-year anniversary store, that was the best one ever. We were able to play for points, and we could use what we earned from the game to redeem something. We could redeem Master Collection cards back in the day that you could only get from I think at the time it was rooms, right? And it was awesome. It was great, right? Like you had to play your butt off to earn certain things, and there's still things that you can only get with gems, and that's okay. That's okay. Let people who want to spend the money to get something. Let people who want to play to earn something get that too. Like, it doesn't have to be the best. Just give us something, right? So I continue to say this, and I'll say this again, and I know people are watching. This deal sucks. Like, in the game of deal or no deal, it's no deal forever. No deal, nada. Okay? Like, what else is there? What else can I say? Like, this is the weakest link. I mean, like, come on. Do better, all right? And so for me, I think that, what you can look forward to are, well, we have this tug of war event. So there is something to look forward to. Like, hey, as a group, again, hashtag Team Marianne, we are going to, come together and compete against Team Neo. So let's see what we do. And I don't know what the rewards we're going to get are, but that's at least something we can rally towards. Okay. The cards themselves, I think the best team for me, I still feel that the Earth Commander deck is probably the most versatile, but this is a pretty close second for me. So this gives you Fire Commander damage boost. It gives you a lot of Power Gen 5, so it gives you a really good possibility too. Okay, and I think I saw somebody, I think it was Con William D, mentioned something like, hey, with gurus and like all this setup is going to be insane. I think it can be a very OP team. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with, because I can't do anything this event. I don't have a single fire I should say I have two. I have two Fire Commander cards that are noble. Okay, and so it is going to be a very interesting event for me. I have four because I have, oh, that's right, because I have the Engulfed Pandora. So what does the Engulfed Pandora do for me? So I can do this. I can create 4 Power Gem 2s. Oh, this one is basically a Grail mechanic, right? So I could try that. I mean, like, I'm probably gonna end up using golems. Like, I don't have the killer boost, but I can probably use golems plus gurus. All right, so let's take a look now at the deck. So for me, like, this deck is the Earth deck. Really, for me, is the best. Okay, and then the Earth one's the best, and then the Fire one's going to be a close second. And if I were to build anything, right? If I were to go ahead and build a deck right now, this is probably what I will do by default. Go Fire. I'm just gonna go no filter, immortal. I guess I can do this first, right? So it's gonna be something like this, and it's gonna be something like that, and it's gonna be this, and a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, and probably something like this. Just whatever I can think of is going to be something to this effect. And so what I have here is, use golems to increase the damage of my immortal killer, and then I have my gurus, which is going to also increase the damage every time I get hit. So all of that damage, and then use Blitzkrieg to help me create more fire gems, and I need something else to create power gems as well. And I might consider, I don't know. I need something that will get rid of. I need something that'll get rid of Power Gem Silence though. That's the only thing that's going to be an issue for me. And if that is coming from support, that means like the guild boss is going to have Power Gem Silence, right? And so what options do I have? Look at all the options I have here. I think I'm gonna have to go with the support card in here or something. And so it's going to be a very non-competitive event for me, but like this is one idea. A lot of people like are thinking about the similar sort of recipes, right? You can go with, if it's noble, you can go with Santa. So you can use Santa to boost your noble killer. If you're gonna use arcane, you could then also build something with Hilaria. If you're gonna go with Immortal, I've already shown you this. So like, there's some options here. With noble, I think going with the Santa Claus card is going to help you out. So let's see. The Harrison money, which card I think is better to get? If you can craft just one card, so what I'll say is this. It's really hard for me to say exactly which one is, it's not definitive. It's not definitive which is the best. The reason is this card will boost all fire commanders. It's not tied to noble killer, so this can be used every single fire commander event. Throw this card in there, use the battle skill, suddenly you have a 65% damage boost for 3 turns. Okay, and so from a damage boost perspective, I think this is really great. From a power gem spawn perspective, you can get guaranteed 6 power gem 5s every single turn, and every time you get hit, you get an additional power gem 5. And so from a power gem spawning perspective, this is going to be a pretty sweet deal. Also, it counters flatline, so it's does like you don't really use that for anything. So like for me, I think like, you know, if you're looking just at objectively, I think personally damage boost is greater than pure power gem spawning ability. But in this case, I think they're close. So I would say that the Master Collection card is a good option. But if you're looking at just, you know, crafting one card only, my recommendation is to say, look, if you have some gems left over, maybe try the daily pack, right? Try the daily pack and see if you get lucky there. Then you can use it for the other one so that you can, you know, so you can create an ultimate form. I don't really like the idea of just, you know, crafting one card, especially if that means you're going to lose out on a previous ultimate form. Like if you could craft the Earth ultimate form with just one card that you can craft, I would actually recommend you do that. So this is the deck I think comes in second for me. All the other ones, I wouldn't bother. Okay. It's Earth, then the fire, and I think the light one is okay. Like I play with it this past event, but it's okay. I mean, like the lore's awesome, the art's really cool, but it doesn't really come close to, I think, these two decks here. So most people went on strike for Santa, so it's not a lot of people that have it. So there's not a lot of noble boost beyond that. And so let me see. What about noble slayers? So if you wanted to put a slayer card in here, you can't too. So it's easier to put a slayer card in a commander event. And the only thing that you want to do is you want to make sure you put at least some commander cards in there so that you can get some commander damage. Because if you don't have any commander cards in there, you're really lacking in your overall damage boost there. But if you could get some commander cards mixed in there, then I think you'll do okay. So if you have like the fire, if you have the fire noble cards, which is going to be, I think, the ninjas, right? Fire noble. That's going to be the slayer, fire noble. Well, you can also use Despos of Despair, or you can use Clandestine Clan. Either of these cards will be okay. This one gives you this one gives you Power Gem 5s, and also it gives you Dispels if you have a Gem Crush. And so like this might also be an option for me where I could use this. And I just need to throw in some some commander cards. So this is actually not a bad idea either, right? So I could do something like this. I could use Clandestine, which but I want to use this as leader because this will boost all commander all noble killer. And so what I can do then is I could say, well, the support card that I could put in there is probably going to be I don't know. I mean, I could do this. I could do this. I mean, I have options now. So this is something I could potentially do also. So I'm not completely out of options here. I just don't have the commander version. So I guess I could probably do okay here. So like there is still options for me. So I could do this. And then the only thing is I would want to have something that will give me a little bit of passive spawn. I won't get, I don't have Santa, so I can't use it. But if I were to go with this passive spawn, I think I prefer the Earth one. The reason for that is because what I get out of this is 4 turns as opposed to 6 turns for actually using the battle skill, and this will give me almost guaranteed damage reduction, right? So I could do something like this, and so this might work, but I'm gonna try out and see. I can see what happens here, but you know, this is a potential deck that I could use, but this is probably what I'm gonna go for. Like, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna use my gems necessarily for the daily packs. I haven't done so in a while, but this is. I mean, I could also craft the ultimate form, the ultimate relic. I could have really used the ultimate relic last event, actually. Like last event, it would have been really good to have that. But what this one gives me now, so if you take a look at the ultimate gem, because we talked about it. So the ultimate gem here, so it breaks. This is a 2-star. Let's take a look at a 1-star. So at a 1-star ultimate relic, what will it do? So it'll destroy 2, and for every fire commander ultimate hero you put on it, you destroy another one. So basically, like, if you have a hard time destroying, if you have a hard time with getting enough of these noble relics, then you can still destroy the shields just by having the ultimate forms. Just by having the ultimate forms, because, you know, like, we just have them all in our back pockets. Everybody has 5 fire, you know, everybody has 5 fire commander ultimate forms, right? So we're good, yeah, right? And so I think I just feel like, you know, you shouldn't assume that everybody's got so many fire commander ultimate forms. So like, this still is really useless for a lot of people. Like, I don't even have that many fire commanders ultimate forms, and I've been here forever. Like, I'm a dinosaur and I don't have that many. Let me take a look at what I have. Fire commanders, right? What can I do? So fire commander, power. So I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I mean I have 3, so I can't complain. I can't really talk. I do have 3, and so that is something I could use. But it's, you know, just I just kind of feel like there's so many missed opportunities for this being really, really great. So anyways, I'm gonna cut this short here. I think I've said everything I needed to say. If you wanted to craft this deck, I think that this is not a bad deck to do so, because this will help you with all of your future fire commander events. If you want to craft just 1 card, I still recommend you going with a past ultimate form first, and then I think the Master Collection card gives you a damage boost for all fire commanders, so that's a definitely plus there. But you're going to be lacking overall power gems, whereas with the Ultra Rare card, you're going to get a lot more power gem spawns, especially after every turn. But I think the damage boost ekes out a little bit for my preference. So I would say Master Collection card slightly edges over the Ultra Rare card, so Berg wins in this case. And then beyond that, save your money. Like, seriously, wait until tomorrow, or at least wait for another 8 hours for this to go away, so we can come back and see something better. Hopefully we get better deals. Hopefully we get more vouchers and we can actually get something here. And by the way, here's the reason why you shouldn't chase this card. For those of you who are new, this may look like a really awesome card. It's not. Okay, this is basically the old Generation 2 Amy deck that's converted to a Warden. And so yes, you can have a Warden that can also give you rainbow decks, but it gives you a rainbow board. All right, you're paying $700 to get a card that can get you a rainbow board. And it doesn't even have, it's not even a Generation 3 card, so you can't really use it. It's just a Warden card, and you will never ever use this. There's so many other cards that can do so much better. So stay away from here. Okay, stay away from the from unless they change this format. I'm gonna say just stay away. Just come back every 12 hours, take a look and see there's something, and hopefully they'll have better deals than this. Nothing is worth $99 for one item, and for 700 tokens, for 700 anniversary points, I would expect to get at least like 5 things. Okay, everything, like, you know, logic speaks like if I'm gonna drop $99, I should be showered with gifts. Okay, for a 4-year anniversary event, but I am not. So I lost a lot of excitement for this. So I'm just gonna go away. I'll come back in 8 hours and I'll see what happens. Hopefully you'll do so as well. And that's it. That's all I have to say about this event. So hopefully this is going to be good for you. Hope you enjoy it. Take care. And we'll see. We'll see if I come back for for event review. At least we'll take a look and see what the results are going to be. So again, hashtag Marianne or hashtag Team Marianne. Good luck to you all. Take care. All right. And I will see you next time. All right. Bye, guys.